What's up everybody? Today we're doing a math video. Why are we doing a math video, you might ask? Also, possibly why is your face not on the screen and your voice sounds very echoey? I'm waiting on some of the gear for the room that we do the recordings in, so it's not quite where it needs to be. All of this stuff should be here tomorrow though, so it should be hopefully fine, and then we can do business as usual and potentially even better quality. I'm really hoping. I picked up some new stuff as well, some soundproof padding, some new lighting, new router. It's a little crazy, but I want to try to make sure that the stuff is good. But anyway, today we're doing a math video. I wanted to test out, now that we have this arena defense test feature, we can test out the reliability of our different arena defense compositions. And I thought it'd be a nice idea to test out the reliability of a few strippers on arena defense to see how often they actually activate their strip skills and how often they fail and use either skill 1 or skill 2. So we're testing out Chiwu, Tiana, Triton, and Praha, and we're going to see how much they activate their, well, like I said, we're going to see how much they activate their strips. Okay. Alright, now first off I want to say that while we did do 100 of each, to get a decent sample size. This is more of a for fun video, just to get a good understanding. But if we wanted to really check out the in-depth analysis, we would do it with different teams on the AD, and we would do it with different teams on the AO. Also, over the course of, instead of 100 for each team, we would do like 10,000 for each team, if you wanted to be very serious and scientific with it. So of course we could have gotten super crazy, but we at least have a decent understanding of the AI for this small sample video. Now the first one we're going to take a look at is Chiwu. So Chiwu's skill 1 has a sleep. His skill 2 is also a strip. It's actually 2 hits with strip and block beneficial effect. And then the skill 3 is a strip and then also decrease attack gauge proportion to the number of beneficial effects removed, which could potentially mess up the enemy turn order. Now this overall was scary how much the failure states there were. Just across the board, I was like, okay, well, I expect them to strip like 75% of the time in general, and then like the better ones will probably strip like 80 to 85 plus percent of the time. Nope. Chiwu's skill 3 strip activated 57% of the time, which means 43% of the time you wouldn't have even had, like, if you're taking a full shield will team into a Chiwu defense, you will only have problems 57% of the time. The other 43% of the time you're completely safe. So that's lovely. Like, I know you can do that and roll the dice, but man, you could roll a lot more dice than I anticipated you could. So 57% of the time he will do his strip and potentially disrupt the turn order as well, based on what he actually does strip. Skill 1, and this is skill 2. Okay, so this is Praha. We see a little bit of a difference, 57-62. So Praha's a little bit more effective, but if you think about it, Chiwu's second skill strips as well. So do you count that second skill as a potential success rate, or do you not count that? I think that's depending on each individual user and each individual situation. If you have different things that also potentially secondary strips as well, they maybe strip 1 or 2 things, like Orion, for example. Like Orion and Chiwu's skill 2 combination could be somewhat effective in stopping your enemy. But this, Praha's skill 2 is her strip. She will never use skill 3 unless someone needs to be healed. She's not going to just randomly heal. So skill 3 activated 0% of the time, which was to be expected because it was first turn, no one needed to be healed, no one got any damage. So skill 1, 38% of the time, she used skill 1. Which, I mean, you think about it, increases her attack gauge when she crits as well. So she might cut in and get another turn shortly afterwards, stripping, but it probably it really doesn't count. I mean, we want to say, like, oh, I want to give her, like, some extra credit, like, well, she could strip again even sooner than Chiwu. But she didn't strip, though. So 62% of the time, she's effectively stripping, and the other 38%, she's not. She's failing. Now this is Triton, and at first glance, this is very alarming, but it's potentially very interesting. And I'll explain why in a second. 46% chance to strip skill 3, 46% chance, which means that 54% chance of him not doing any strip, because this is just a transfer of harmful effect, which he wouldn't have anyway, and this one is just an AoE silence, but if they all have will runes, then it's irrelevant, right? 46% chance of him doing what you want him to do, which is strip and attack gauge reduce. However, to play devil's advocate, my Triton is not fully skilled up. Okay, so this leads me to the next conclusion. Does the AI favor certain skills when other ones are not readily available? Like if we do not have the strip that often, will it be more likely to use skill 1 or skill 2 potentially? And if that is indeed the case, can we manipulate the AI by, if we, for example, have dupes of a certain unit, try to get more access, try to get the Devilmons to go into the third skill, and then potentially don't upgrade the first skill or the second skill if you're planning on using it for arena defense, because then you will have a more successful AI. That's something I'm really curious about, and I would love to see different, I mean, I guess I'll have to, hold on, if I just summon a second Triton, I can use them side by side and get a better example of, well, I guess I could do this with, Juno, actually. I could potentially do this with Juno in the future and try, if you guys are interested, because I'm kind of interested in that myself, because this leads us to, I mean, imagine if we can manipulate the AI, if we can use this to manipulate the AI into us performing better on arena defense by skilling up certain, not that we can choose what gets skilled up, especially if you're not pulling multiple nat 5s, but if you do have the option, you can potentially fail less. So it's curious. Also, it's not great that it is kind of left up to questioning some more, like, oh, is this legitimate, or is this not accurate data because of the lack of skills? But we will test this again in the future, because I am curious of how this is going to stack up when he's fully skilled compared to currently. And now, of course, to everyone's favorite, Tiana, who, surprise, surprise, lets people down the least, which we knew, but now we have a visual representation of her AI is not even just that she doesn't get resisted, her AI strips, does exactly what you want, potentially because it's got an attack bar increase in there as well, which could make the AI favor that. But she is a more successful, more reliable arena defense unit. So she is using her skill 3, she's not getting resisted, and she's using it 73% of the time. So like 3/4 of the time, basically 3/4 of the time, she's not failing, which is a significant improvement. If you look at these side by side, significant improvement as far as we're concerned with the Tiana success rate. So of course Tiana does not let us down yet again. That's why we all want Tiana. But I just thought this was an interesting video. I know it's kind of boring math video, and it's just basically I went and hit my arena defense several hundred times because I was curious at the data that we would find. So I don't know if you guys are going to be interested in this, but I thought it was interesting myself. I like numbers, I like pie charts, I like regular pie too. I just like all kinds of pie. But anyway, that's it for this one. Hopefully next one, sound will be better, video will be better, and we will have some nice new network gear, which will make streaming very fun and good. But anyway, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you as always in the next one.